Welcome to Collections of Cinema. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I almost forgot what I was supposed to say. Welcome back to Collections of Cinema with me, Dani.
And Woifi, to the Christmas episode, actually,
Yes.
of Cock. With a special guest, Frank, from Reels of Cinema. Hi, Frank.
Rock.
Frank.
Hey, rock. Thank you. Hey, I like that. I love to rock with cock. How you guys doing?
We're doing well, thank you.
Good.
It's been a rough day, but all good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. We were talking off mic. My daughter is coming home from college. She is landing. Her plane is landing in about an hour and 15 minutes, or it's scheduled to land in an hour and 15. But that aside, I was deliberately saving this for when we were recording. I do have to let you know that my wife turned to me when she saw that I had put in an entry in the family Google Calendar for today's
No.
She says, what do you mean that you were going to Zoom with cock? I said to her, oh, that's that podcast, Collections in Cinema, the married couple, they live in Hofstra. She said, oh, right, she said, I don't know if I'm insulting them worse or if I'm insulting them less by saying that I'm assuming that they know that the initial... Yes, they do. I said, yes, they have made comments about it in their episodes, and I said, I just think it's the most freaking fantastic thing I've ever heard.
That's awesome.
I liked the little, when I clicked on the link of Zoom.
The topic for the Zoom call today.
I liked that a lot.
But we'll get to that maybe when we talk about the second movie.
Right. We have two movies. So, the first one is...
Well, technically the second one. But
the second one in our list is Die Hard, or Stirb langsam,
which translates to Die Slowly.
Right. Which makes no sense, but that's just how it is. We had to break our rule again because Frank, which we gladly do, but the first movie we don't have on this, it's a movie from 1999, and it's called Go. Crime comedy. Doug Liman directed it. Doug Liman, known from classics like Swingers, Born Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I don't know if I would consider that a classic, but it's a fun movie. Edge of Tomorrow, that's a fucking great movie. American Made, I really liked. Even Roadhouse was fine, I guess.
American Made is the Tom Cruise one, right? Yeah.
So he actually made a decent amount of great movies, actually, I would say.
I really liked this one too.
And Go was his second film, and it did not well in the box office. It underperformed. But it is critically acclaimed. Budget of 20 million, and it made 28.5 million. It stars William Fichtner, Katie Holmes, Jay Moore, Sarah Polley, and I mean, honestly, my favorite guy, Timothy Olyphant. Best character, yeah.
For those who don't know, that's Woifi's man crush is Timothy Olyphant.
Isn't it everybody's man crush, honestly?
He's definitely a man crush of many people.
Yeah,
I would say.
He should be. He's fucking awesome. Maybe you want to quickly go into the plot of the film. Yeah.
On Christmas Eve in Los Angeles, a small ecstasy deal meant to cover rent goes wrong, triggering a chain of events that unfold across 3 overlapping storylines. As friends, dealers, and even cops make impulsive decisions over the same night, the film gradually reveals how each timeline intersects, showing the unintended consequences of seemingly minor choices.
Right. So
classic timeline overlap story, which was so big in that time.
Yeah. So the first question would be for you, Frank. Why that movie?
Because it's a fucking great movie.
It is.
Plain and simple, honestly. It came out in 99, and this is completely and totally my generation. I was in my early 20s, and just like most of the rest of the cast. And the soundtrack,
soundtrack was great.
It just captured I don't know if it makes much sense to say this, but for me anyway, it just completely captured the cultural zeitgeist of what was going on in the late 90s. You have all of this, you have these multiple storylines, and they're all told not necessarily out of sequence, but disorganized in a way. And I know that it got a lot of flack at the time it was released. I do remember people saying derisively about it that it was a pale, cheap imitation knockoff of Pulp Fiction. I don't think that's fair, personally. I think that a lot of it is undeniable. Yeah, the thematic elements and the story structure, okay, yeah, but Pulp Fiction was not the first movie that would have multiple storylines that all come together at the end the way that it did. I don't know why Tarantino was praised as the wunderkind of creating that story structure, because he didn't. But I will say that Go was it's just a hell of a ride. No pun intended. It's just a fun ride. From the very first frame, it's all systems go. It is just nonstop action. It is laughter. It is laughter because of how cringe some of the lines are, and it's laughter because of how pathetic some of the characters are, and there's just so much about it to love. And frankly, I remember that it didn't do very well, and I was just, both then and now, stunned that it didn't do very well, because it was a huge cast. I mean, these were some people who, I mean, Katie Holmes was hot on Dawson's Creek at that moment. Scott Woifi was on Patty of Five. You have, excuse me, Desmond Askew, who was just about to join the cast of Roswell. Timothy Oliphant, of course. You just have William Fichtner. You have so many name people in this cast, and it's not as if this movie was not the first time that a lot of these people were first heard of. This was not the first acting gig for a lot of them. It might have been the launching pad for a lot of them in terms of increased visibility, but in terms of, I mean, this is not a group of fresh-faced actors in the sense that this was their first gig. So they were fresh enough that they weren't A-list material, but they were also familiar enough that it should have warranted more box office traction, but for whatever reason, it didn't. I don't know if some of it had to do with the time that it was released. I mean, to me, it's a Christmas movie. We can debate that one in a moment. But it was released in April of '99, I remember.
Oh, okay.
So that sometimes can be I don't want to say the kiss of death necessarily, but sometimes that can make people say, oh, well, I'll just wait until it comes out on VHS and I can go down to my local Blockbuster to grab it. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I don't know if it was Paul Mackin. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, April of '99, this would have been when The Matrix was out, and this would have been just a few weeks prior to the release of Phantom Menace. So it might have had a lot to do with the box office competition at the time.
Yeah, because it's not a bad movie at all.
Not at all. It was great.
I've seen it years. I think I've seen it on DVD or even on VHS when our local video store had it. And I really liked it when I watched it, but I watched it as a teenager. So I had no idea how much I would like it, and also didn't really remember much of it. So I was highly pleased. Again, you're bringing attention to movies that are hidden gems, I would almost say. But then I posted about it on Threads, and a lot of people are like, fuck yes, this movie is fucking awesome. And people are like, this is on my yearly Christmas movie list. And people say, if you don't see Sarah Polley taking ecstasy and being in a rave, it's not Christmas, all that stuff. So people love the movie, and I like that people appreciate it because it's, as you already said, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
I
mean, even the timelines are so nuts. So the core, let's talk about the core time. So the core timeline is that I think they pronounced it Rana, right? Rana is how they pronounced her name.
Yeah, I think so. Rana, yeah.
Her time, I mean, the whole movie is kind of centered around her timeline. Yeah. So she basically, she's down on her luck. She can't afford her rent. She's going to get evicted, and it's Christmas Eve. And people, her friends are like, oh, they're not going to evict you on Christmas Eve, but she's convinced that they will.
Yeah.
And she owes still, I think she said $380. And that's kind of where the whole thing starts. And then Simon, who is her drug dealer, he works with her. I think he provides them with drugs.
I mean, he's not really a drug dealer, but he knows a drug dealer.
Middleman, kind
of.
Yeah, it's more of a contact that he has, and he's more of the consumer than the dealer.
Yeah.
But he basically said, "Oh, I want to go to Vegas with my friends. So if you take my shift, then win-win." So she takes a shift, and so that means that she's working literally like the whole day long, nonstop. And so that's kind of where it all starts. And while she's on her shift, she meets these two customers who come into the store looking for some ecstasy. And she decides, oh, this might be a easy way for me to make some extra cash by stealing Simon's contact, his drug dealer, and getting it herself.
Yep.
So that's kind of where the whole thing takes off.
Yeah. I mean, Timothy Olyphant as drug dealer
with his like blonde hair. He's so good.
I don't know how he does it, but you the way he just completely takes over every role he is in. Like if you think the most opposite roles, like this one, and then maybe Die Hard, the fourth one, where he plays the antagonist, the evil guy, or
even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, his character in that,
or newer even Alien Earth, where he plays like this cyborg, and you don't really know his intention. He I don't know how, but he just disappears in those roles.
Yeah,
Justified, another great fucking show with him. And in this one, he's so much fun. Like, his character is so much fun. He's not evil. He's just, he's a guy who sells drugs, and he sees it as a business, and it's his business, and he doesn't give favors, as he says multiple times. But he's such a cool dude, and I'm like, I don't take drugs, but I would buy some from him just to hang out with him. He's so much fun.
I think what I love about the movie is that the whole thing just reeks of deception.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just the entire movie. Like, everybody is pretending to be something that they're not. And the way that it is just played out, it just makes you laugh. There's just so much. I mean, it's dark comedy, but it's comedy, and you're horrified at yourself for laughing. You're watching with friends, and you're all laughing at the same time, and that just makes it funnier. I mean, I think particularly of the fact that Sarah Polley, of course, she is pretending she's giving out over-the-counter aspirin and like Tylenol, whatever it is that she loses the she doesn't lose. She flushes down the toilet the ecstasy when she gets to the drug dealer, because she is savvy enough to sense that there's some kind of a setup going on. Philadelphia versus whatever the other city was, Las Vegas. And so she was like, wait a minute, there's different stories here with the drug dealer and the customers, and there's something not right here. And so she just bails. So she flushes it all down the toilet, but she knows that she has to face the music with Oliphant. So she goes to the convenience store, the pharmacy, whatever it is, and she stocks up on all of these over-the-counter, and she gives those out as ecstasy. He buys it. She completely fools Oliphant, which, I admit, if he's supposed to be such a savvy drug dealer, then how does he not see the difference? But no movie otherwise. So then she goes over to the rave, and she decides, hey, easy money, quick buck. And so she's selling to all these gullible. I love it when she turns to that one kid who comes up to her and he says, hey, can I score some ecstasy? And she turns to him and she says to him, show me your tits. And so he's lifting up, he's like twirling around, and she's just looking at him and like, okay. And Katie Holmes is looking at him, okay. That was just so random. It's like, where did that come from? So it's that kind of comedy that just lends itself well to material like this, that does not take itself seriously. It passes itself off as, okay, this is going to shock you. This is going to thrill you. This is going to excite you. You're in for a ride. Buckle up and let's do this. And I think for me anyway, it all comes to a head with the car chase sequence throughout the streets of Vegas to Steppenwolf, Magic Carpet Ride. That is my favorite sequence. Not just because of this, which is reason enough, but also because of just the way that Desmond Askew, who plays Simon, he's my favorite character. He is so slimy. He is so repulsive. He is so vile. And knowing that it's a fictional character, that's why you love watching him. You're amused by his behavior. You see the consequences of his behavior, and you're just having a hell of a good time just getting this thrill out of watching him running around squirming for his life, coward that he is, sets the hotel room on fire, runs out, leaves the two girls that he's in the room with by themselves, running
Yeah.
around naked through the hallways into the elevator with the couch cushion or the throw pillows or whatever it was. Such a coward. Like nothing redeemable about him at all. And still, he had some of the best bits in the entire film.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, he was so much fun. What I like, I mean, you already said it. It's light fun. It's not like even death is not really a thing in that movie, which is kind of fun because even the evil guys are like at the end in the room, they're like, "Hey, come on, just like what do you want?" And he's like, "I want just
Yeah.
at what is it called? Like the thing, it's a thing for a thing." He just basically wants to shoot him in the arm too. So
So funny.
it's so fucking funny. It's not like he wants to kill him. He just wants to shoot him in the arm.
He like draws the X on his arm, like here, that's the fleshy part. You can do it here.
And it's like a cartoon come to life, and, which is funny because it's lighthearted. It's not like even her getting like hit by the car. That's what I just wanted to say.
There's like that one that timeline got super dark for me, where it's like, whoa, this is like a really dark timeline in this comedy, but the aftermath of it, where it's like she's been in the hospital and then she just goes back to work,
right?
And she's
like it's fine,
limping around at work and just
she lays there in the ditch half dead basically, and you don't know, oh fuck, is she really dead now? But that's fine, and that's what the movie makes. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. But let's go into the topic of Christmas movie or not.
No, wait, but before you do that, I have one issue with the movie.
Okay. Oh, okay.
With one of the times. So, and it really bothered me. So she gets all of these like Tylenol, aspirin, whatever. She gets all of that and goes back to Timothy Oliphant and tries to fool him with these pills. Yeah. And then she goes and sells the same pills to these, people who are just gullible, wanting to get high, young adults. Couldn't she have just done that first? Yeah. Made all the money she needed to pay him for the money that she owed the drug dealer? So, because she owed him like $100, right? Because she was short 100 for the 10 extra pill, the 5 extra pills she was short. So she could have just sold all of them there and brought him the money. Yeah. And it would have been fine. I mean, granted, like you said, Frank, then there's no movie. But it really bothers me. I feel like that's like the biggest for me. That was the most unbelievable thing. Yeah. It just felt, but for me, it felt so obvious. Like, I would never try to fool a drug dealer with Tylenol because, of course, he's going to.
Yeah, but then also the thing about like the ending, and we said that at the ending when the movie was over. We said, oh, okay, she can pay her rent now for this month, but wait until she gets her bill from the hospital.
Right.
Like, that's part 2 of the movie.
Which we could have gotten had more moviegoers been a bit more wise with their selections. Instead, they went to go see The Phantom Menace. Have no explanations and no excuses.
I mean, thank God Star Wars didn't make more movies after that.
Yes.
So okay, let's go into
now
the
we
topic.
Can go into that,
So this is a Christmas episode, obviously. We are high and mighty and cheery and all Christmassy.
Oh, you're even wearing Christmas socks. Me too.
I do.
I'm wearing
That's
winter
the only
socks.
thing that I'm wearing that's kind of Christmassy. So why is this movie for you a Christmas movie, Frank?
Because Christmas to me is the season of giving, and this movie gives me more thrills and more pleasure out of so many other Christmas movies that ostensibly deliver the goods, but really just fail to. I love Christmas movies. Don't get me wrong. I could probably name off 25 that I love, but Go is right up there for me, top tier. It gives you everything that you were looking for when you were looking for something that is escapist, something that is fun, something that you don't have to think too much about, something that you don't have to feel guilty watching, something that you can sort of get vicarious thrills out of watching, meaning, oh, wow, look at them sticking it to the man, and, look at them defying authority, and you laugh, but you know that you would never do that in real life. It just gives you everything that you're looking for in a movie experience that is there to entertain. It's entertainment. Yeah. It's entertainment. And I can see how some people might take issue with this. Some people might not appreciate the I mean, I hesitate to say this because being a teacher and everything, I would certainly, I, I find it. I'll just use the word enjoyable. It to me is enjoyable when we see what was his name? When we see him, her friend, Sarah Polly's friend, Manny. When we see
Man, yeah.
Manny and he takes the ecstasy and then he has all these hallucinations. He's dancing the Macarena in the supermarket. He's looking at the cat. The cat is saying to him, I can hear your thoughts, and gives him the answer for that name, a dead celebrity with a name beginning with the letter X. I To me, that's just funny shit. That's just funny shit. That's I mean, yeah, I mean, is it lowbrow? Yeah, but that's also the point. It's not pretending to be high class material. This is not a film that is written with the tone of, this is highbrow filmmaking. It's not pretending to be. It's entertainment, and sometimes that's exactly what you need in a world full of. I'm not a big fan of. I'm really not a big fan of Mary Steenburgen. And I don't know if you're familiar with a film from the 1980s called One Magic Christmas.
No.
No.
It's awful. In a world full of One Magic Christmases, be a go. That's all I can say.
I mean,
I'll tell you all about One Magic Christmas afterwards. It's just the worst Christmas movie ever made.
I mean that yeah, I have nothing to say about that.
The thing is, I agree with everything that you're saying, except for the fact that it's a Christmas movie.
I mean,
I think you can watch it. You can watch it at Christmas time. There's no problem with that.
the thing is, I understand why it could have been released not during Christmas time, because Christmas is not a major theme in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned that it's Christmas time.
Right.
And Timothy Oliphant is wearing a Santa hat at some point.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And he's got a lit Christmas tree in his apartment.
And he's got a lit Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But
who
as
does
we'll
not
talk
go to
about,
Vegas during the holidays?
True. But I'm a little bit I'm more of a difficult judge of Christmas movies, because as we will then talk about, I also don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So
yeah, you're the only one.
We'll talk about that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now I'm really interested, because it sounds Woifi like you're saying that Die. I'm curious to know your opinion as to why Die Hard is, but Go is not.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll get that. We'll get that.
No, the thing is, I it's hard for me, because Christmas movie, like, what is a Christmas movie? Like,
there just has to be more Christmas.
yeah, see, that's a personal definition, but I don't think there is a real definition about, okay, what is a Christmas movie?
Like, it doesn't have to be kitschy, and I mean, obviously that's there are wonderful kitschy Christmas movies that are great, but it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah.
But I feel like there just needs to be more Christmas, like more, I don't know.
Yeah, I understand
We'll
what you
talk
mean. I understand what you mean.
Okay, are we ready to move on? Because I have one more question before we move on to Die Hard.
Yeah, I would almost do the letterboxd before we go on to Die Hard.
Okay, we'll do that in 1 second.
Yeah.
My question, again, for those who have listened in the past, I have to steal Frank's wonderful rating system of how he rates movies on his podcast. And so, Frank, I'm going to ask you, how many pills of ecstasy out of 5 pills of ecstasy would you give Go?
Okay, I'm not looking to make enemies here, but I'm gonna give Go 4.5 pills of ecstasy out of 5.
That's a lot of ecstasy.
That's a lot of ecstasy. And I mean, Timothy Oliphant said, don't even take 2. So it's a very high amount of ecstasy.
Yeah. I would give it 4, simply because Timothy Oliphant is so fucking fantastic.
I would also give it 4.
Yeah, and it's
very much enjoyed it.
So much fun. That movie is so much fun.
And I will agree with you that Timothy Oliphant is hot. He is just
everything he does. Like, let's quickly go to the letterbox reviews, because there's some fun one. The first one is, everyone is comparing this to Pulp Fiction, but let's be honest, this is one gay couple being away from being a Greg Araki movie. I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry, from a what movie?
From a Greg Araki movie.
Who's that? I don't get the reference. Who's that?
I mean, he's a filmmaker, American filmmaker, and he did, for example, The Doom Generation, Mysterious Skin, Nowhere, yeah, totally fucked up, The Living End, and he also did some of those movies, like the multiple storylines. This one is, I mean, this is fun. I want to be Timothy Olyphant's ho ho ho. Do you have a good one? My new favorite Christmas movie, someone says. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have one. Okay, that one's actually funny.
Yeah, okay.
They really say go a lot in this movie. Makes you think.
I mean, that's
Do
why
they say go a lot in the movie?
That's why the movie is called Go.
They do.
I did not pick up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says to him when Desmond Askew is flirting with those two bridesmaids.
Yeah.
He says to them, "Are you having a go at me?"
Yeah.
And then later on, when they're in the hotel room, the word is used in a slightly different kind of context, and he attributes the drug the tantra to his ability to keep going.
Yeah.
And then, actually, no, this wasn't the word go. This was when Taye Diggs, shout out to Taye Diggs. This is when Taye Diggs turns to Simon. One of my favorite lines, just the way he delivers it. Is your British ass happy now?
I loved Taye Diggs' character in this movie.
Did you get the reference to when Sarah Polley tells Katie Holmes, "Don't go 818 on me"?
No.
Really?
What was the 818 reference?
No.
Yeah, I heard I when she said it, I was like, this has to be some reference to that people would understand in the time, and it went right over my head.
It's actually a reference from the early 80s. 818 is, it's the area code for the San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
And Southern California. And that's where, are you familiar with the early 80s song? I think it was like 81, 82. There was a song called Valley Girl by Frank Zappa.
Oh, yeah.
And that's this fictional Valley Girl is supposed to live in the San Fernando Valley, the 818 area code. So basically, don't go all 818. What that means is don't get all superficial. Don't be such a mall shopper, kind of a teeny bopper kind of a thing. Don't be so wholesome and innocent, basically.
There was another really funny one that I really liked, and I can't remember what the lyric was, but it was like a song lyric that they put into the...
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
I don't remember.
One person said a line, and the other person responded with another line, and it put together. It was a really popular song lyric
during that time. Yeah.
And then I instantly just started singing the whole song.
Yeah,
I can't remember now.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I forget it too. But yes, I know the moment you're talking about.
That was a great one.
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't remember now.
Okay, let's move on to Die Hard. We have that movie here on 4K Blu-ray. It's not, I wouldn't say it's worth it to upgrade. I got it simply because I'm a huge fan of the movie, and but it's not worth to upgrade it. But it's,
it looked great.
It looked great, but it's not like they didn't do a proper remaster. It's just, I think they just upscaled.
Okay.
But yeah, John McTiernan directed the movie. We don't have to talk about him as a person, but movie.
Okay.
Yeah, a movie came out in 1988, and had a budget of 25 to 35 million, which is pretty big for a movie like that, and a box office of 139 to 141 million. So
wow.
That movie was massive. Like, that movie just completely destroyed at the box office. And it's based on a novel which called Nothing Lasts Forever by Roderick Thorpe. And obviously it stars Bruce Willis as one of the most iconic cops, John McClane. And one of the coolest evil guys, Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber.
The coolest.
He's so fucking cool. And there you have two of the, like, basically Bruce Willis at the start of his action career, and then you have Alan Rickman, this profound English actor who just face each other in the most batshit crazy movie, and it just everything works.
Yeah.
Let's quickly talk about the plot.
So, interestingly enough, also Christmas Eve in Los Angeles, just like Go. On Christmas Eve in Los Angeles, off-duty NYPD cop John McClane visits his estranged wife at her company's holiday party, only for the building to be taken hostage by an organized group posing as terrorists. Trapped inside Nakatomi Plaza, McClane becomes the lone obstacle between the criminals and their meticulously planned heist.
Yep.
And of course, they're German. So.
Jawohl.
We were having fun picking apart their German while watching it because sometimes they would say things that were just so incorrect.
Yep.
Or like, that's not even the right word for this. Or they would say things that nobody would say.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. It was fun.
Die Hard for me is, since I don't know when I watched the movie for the first time, but Die Hard for me is like one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah, you
And
watch it every single year.
The thing is, this movie is not like, as we talked yet last night, it's not necessarily a Christmas movie where you say, okay, the thing is, Christmas movies put us in a certain mood, or tend to put us in a certain mood, and when you want to feel Christmassy, you maybe put on like The Holdovers or something that makes you feel like warm inside, and Snowstorm and stuff like that. This movie's not that, obviously. This movie is a fucking hardcore action movie with lots of dead people, dead German people, and you can watch it basically on any day throughout the year. There's no but technically you can also do that with any other Christmas movie. But
yeah,
it's still, let's just cut to the chase. It's just the Christmas movie because the song at the end.
Okay.
Done.
You
also,
can't.
Also, as Frank already put very, very, the giving theme the movie Go gives. This movie is about family. It's about coming together. It's about, helping each other. And it's about, love at the end.
So Zoolander's a Christmas movie.
No,
Zoolander does not have the added element, though, of who has not woken up on Christmas morning barefoot and curled their toes on the soft, shaggy carpet underneath?
Yes.
You stay warm that way.
Okay, but hate to burst both your bubbles here, but Bruce Willis himself said
dementia.
In 2018, Bruce Willis himself said that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Probably onset dementia.
He said, it's not a Christmas movie, it's a goddamn Bruce Willis movie.
And the thing is, the whole argument of it being a Christmas movie or not is
okay, this is the thing.
Pointless.
I fully support watching this movie at Christmas.
Yeah.
And love Die Hard. Like, Die Hard fan of Die Hard. It's great. It's just, it takes place at Christmas time. Cool. There are Christmas decorations. Cool. There's a Christmas party. Okay.
There's Christmas
but
music.
The central theme is not Christmas.
It's
not like,
it is.
It's Christmas time.
The whole point of him doing it is for his family, for his wife, and for him and his wife to have a Christmas.
He would do it if it weren't Christmas.
It's basically Home Alone, but before they come home. It's basically that same thing, but at work. So it's the same thing.
If I may. Go begins with Katie Holmes saying, "You know what I like about Christmas? The surprises. You get this box and you're sure of what's inside. You shake it, weigh it, you're convinced you have it pegged. No doubt in your mind. But then you open it and it's different. Wow, bang, surprise. I mean, it's kind of like you and me here, I'm not saying it's anything it's not. Come on, this time yesterday, who would have thunk it? All right. So the point of that little monologue she has, the element of surprise being endemic to Christmas time. Okay. Now, let me give you this one. This is from Die Hard, okay? So this is from the director's commentary on the DVD, and this has to do with, spoiler alert, Alan Rickman's big exit, shall we say, at the end of the film. I'm assuming that spoilers are okay. So there he is, dangling from the office building, from the window, and he's high in the air, and he's clutching Holly to bring her down with him, right? Well, he was, in real life, to film that shot, he was airdropped from a forklift 25 feet above an airbag, okay? And I have it all right here. I'm just going to make sure I get the facts right. This is from the director's commentary, and I quote, "He also had on a quick release harness. He was nervous, but he did it. They told him, okay, we're going to go. 3, 2, 1, go. And then we'll release you." He said, fine. But they deliberately released him a beat earlier. They never said go. They released him on the 1. So that what the fuck look on his face, that shock and that whoa that he does, that was the real deal. That was him really shocked. And that was the take that the director, that McTiernan, used in the film. So think of that the next time that you see the drop. And if that's not a Christmas surprise, then I ask you.
Thank you. Case closed.
And scene. I mean, can you really argue that?
No.
Challenge me. I challenge you. Go ahead and try.
The thing is, if you would say...
The whole thing takes me back, though, to the same debate that Woifi and I have had also many times about Nightmare Before Christmas. Because you say it's a Halloween movie. But that's a fucking Christmas movie and a Halloween movie. It's both. And if you think that Die Hard, if you can sit here and argue with me that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but Nightmare Before Christmas... It's not a Christmas.
It's not on Christmas.
It's leading up to Christmas. The whole plot of the movie is a countdown to Christmas.
I know.
So
it is a Christmas movie.
You can't have
I only
both.
say that it's not a Christmas movie to get to you.
And it works.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can compromise and call it a Christmas-ween movie.
A Christmas-ween movie.
I like it. I like it, yeah. So, Die Hard.
Yes, Die Hard. Let's go back to Die
Hard. We talked about it yesterday. So Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone declined, turned down the role of McClane.
Can I just say thank dog that
Arnold
Schwarzenegger was not John McClane?
Yeah. And I can see why, because, we talked about this last night. That movie is not a one-man army. I'm going to fucking kill you all. I'm God. Yeah. This movie is about a guy who just basically ends up at the wrong time, at the wrong place, or at the right time, at the right place, and saves the day, but not by just walking through everybody and killing everybody. But
it was very planned and very calculated,
and by help of his awesome bromance, basically. What's his name? Reginald Val Johnson, Al Powell. And that movie would not and that's what I like so much about the movie, because the movie came out in the heights of Terminator, like all those action movies from Stallone and Schwarzenegger, all those one-man army, Rambo and whatever, Commando and stuff, and this movie is more grounded. This movie is more like, okay.
It feels, I mean, we both said it feels more believable as an action film. I mean, a lot of action films feel like so out there and so like, okay, this would never happen.
I mean, it's so cool.
But it feels more believable as an action film because of that.
Right. And it's also, there is like the stake is high. Like in Schwarzenegger movies, most of the time the stake is not high, because okay, he will survive anyways. Yep. Like he is, look at him, he hasn't been shot or gotten a scratch by, even though they've thrown 1,000 soldiers at them. So this movie is, he basically gets he looks fairly normal at the beginning, and then at the end he just is completely fucked up. Like he got shot, he has completely cut open feet. He has a scratch basically on every inch of his body. And he also doesn't like it. He makes it vocal a lot in the movie that he does not like to be there, and that he does not enjoy killing all those people, even though...
And doesn't have like any super cheesy line. You know, like in those action movies where it's like you said, like the one man.
That's also a point.
There's always like some cheesy line that they deliver.
Schwarzenegger
that's like
saying all the come on, he needs to say those things. Because
but that's
awesome.
what I mean. It adds an element to the character, to the movie, but it feels like
this movie is more
it
like
takes away. If John McClane would have had some sort of cheesy line like "Come get me, motherfuckers," whatever.
Yeah.
It would have taken away from the coolness of John McClane.
Now he's the low key guy. He doesn't want to be there, but he takes his job seriously and he tries to save the day. And he occasionally rips a cool fucking line. And that gets me to yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Well, let's let Frank chime in if he wants to chime in before we keep rattling on.
Right.
It's your show. I would say that there is a line that he has that is kind of a corny action movie line when he acknowledges that he knows what a TV meal looks like, a TV dinner, a TV microwave dinner, feels like when he's crawling through the duct. But even that we can forgive because he's fucking Bruce Willis, and the guy is a legend. He is epic. I mean, at the time that he made this, he was known for television. You know, he was in that. Did Moonlighting air over in Europe?
No.
So you've never seen it?
I've never seen it. No.
Okay. So he was known for that weekly series, which was kind of comedy, it was like a crime comedy kind of a show. And so he was television. So he was not a tried and true action hero. Like this movie is the one that really established him that way. But at the time that he made it, like you were saying, Schwarzenegger, Stallone, all these people went through it. Frank Sinatra was initially going to be playing the role because it was supposed to be contractually they had to offer. Yeah. Contractually, they had to offer the role first to Sinatra, who declined. And the reason why they had to offer it to him first was because it was kind of sort of, and Woifi, help me out here if I get any of the details incorrect. Frank Sinatra had done a film, and this was not a sequel to that film, but it was supposed to be in the same universe. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. Something like that, yeah.
And so
that would have been a wild
having to do with the rights and the copyrights. So Sinatra, contractually, the studio was obliged to say to him, do you want to reprise your role as the same character? And he said no. And so that's when...
I mean, he was also 70.
Interesting. Yeah, I was going to say he was much older.
Yeah, he was 70 at the time, yeah.
I mean, I am a massive Frank Sinatra fan, like massive.
Yeah.
First ever CD when I was a kid was Frank Sinatra. It's an obsession. I love him so much, and I love his movies, but this movie would be... just wildly different. Like I can't see that working unless like they made it a musical and Gene Kelly came in and did all the choreography. Then maybe.
I mean, why not?
Thankfully, Sinatra was wise enough to know. You know what?
Yeah.
I know what you're doing, and I appreciate that, but I'll pass. Thank you.
That's
so
very interesting.
Yeah, he had the wherewithal to decline.
Okay, so what were you were gonna go into yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker?
Yeah. So yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker established itself as the main tagline almost, right?
Movie.
The main thing that he says in every movie, and it's so outlandish cool.
Yeah.
And also in the first movie, they didn't know yet that this one line would then become this iconic thing for the whole series. So it's just randomly thrown out at like the first third or almost like a second third of the movie. So it's not like in any pivotal scene or something, but it's a fun scene because Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman, gets back to it because he's irked by it. And he asks him again at the end, like, what did you say to me, yippee-ki-yay? And then he says something and he's like, the yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And I wanted to say the German line.
Yeah, so Woifi asked me earlier today because he knows I'm a big fan of how when movies are dubbed in German or the title is changed, I'm very, very fascinated by it because sometimes it's mostly outrageous and it's so funny.
Yeah.
And so he asked me today, what do you think the German line is like in the dubbed version of yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker?
Yeah.
And I have been racking my brain all day trying to figure it out. And I told him, I'm almost positive they still say yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah,
because that
yippee-ki-yay
just
is the
feels
same.
like
Yeah.
they would say it maybe with like a slight accent and it sounds funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out what the next thing was.
It's not. I mean, you can't figure it out. But in the German version, they say yippee-ki-yay Schweinebacke. Which is, what is it called? Pig...
Like it's cheeks or what?
Pig cheeks. Pig cheeks. That would be the direct translation. Yippee-ki-yay pig cheeks.
Wow, how very intimidating.
I need to ask you, as a personal favor, once we're done with this recording, please text me that so I know how to spell it. I need to use that on a few people that I know. So
It's very funny because it's the movie itself is brutal. Like, is it R-rated in the US? Probably, right?
I guess so.
And so the movie came out here.
Although it came out in the 80s, would that
So
still
16.
be? Would that still be an R rating?
Is there a fuck in
the
there?
80s?
PG-13 came out in 85, so
motherfucker.
that was around.
Yeah, the R rating was around for sure, but
There was the motherfucker. I think is the only one, but it said multiple times, so I guess that it's an R rating.
The MPAA, in their infinite wisdom, the reason why, you're only allowed so many F-bombs, but when the F-bomb is used in a sexual context, that's when it warrants an automatic R rating.
Yeah.
If it's FU or if it's F off or something like that, that's different from using it
Certificate 18. It's not R rated.
Okay.
Yeah. But even in German, it's 16, so under 16 you can't watch that movie. Which is a fairly high rating. The highest rating is 18. And why wouldn't they use like a better swear word, like Schweinebacke? First of all, it's very 80s German, so it kind of works for the time. And obviously, they also didn't know that this one thing would be this, everybody would say it and everybody would know it. And in German, it's just so weak.
But even if they didn't know that it would be such a big line, it's still cool when you watch it. So it's like it's still like watching it for the first time, you'd still think, okay, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
But if you hear someone call somebody pig cheeks, I mean,
pig cheeks. Yeah, it's so stupid.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't have the same ring to it. No, it doesn't.
No, not quite.
But
it's weak. It's a very weak
thing.
Yeah.
But I will tell you something that is not weak, and that is, as you said, Woifi, to use your words, outlandishly cool. It is your delivery a few minutes ago when I started laughing out of the blue. I started laughing because of the way you so nonchalant, just so matter-of-factly, the way you said, so the yippee-ki-yay motherfucker line was actually blah, blah, blah. Like no inflection, no nothing. It was, you may as well have been saying 1, 2, 3, and oh my god, that caught me off guard. And you are just you're a paragon of podcasting. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
We use the word fuck very often in our house.
It's a staple.
I feel like it's just like it's guaranteed that Marley will say it at some point when she's like 3 or 4, and we're okay with that.
Yeah.
If you think I'm offended, have you listened to rock? Because I've certainly listened to cock, and I can tell you pale in comparison. But no, as far as using it in the household, we've had that conversation before, and sometimes I want to just crawl into a hole when I think to myself, what hell I hath wrought with some of the things that my kids say, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
I mean, it's a great word.
Right, it is a great word, and I feel like
it's got power and force, and
right.
We need to.
We are very much the mindset of, if you use it in the right context, and if you don't use it to hurt somebody or somewhere where you shouldn't use it. And
there shouldn't be, there are very few words that I would consider for myself as like banned words. Like you don't say that.
Yeah.
But I feel like most swear words, if you're not using them to hurt somebody, cool. If you're using it to describe something that you're feeling, great.
Right.
If you're, whatever. And if Marley uses it that way,
right.
Cool.
And the thing is that it happens anyways. Like I can't prepare, try to not teach them the word or try to you know, it happens anyways. It happened with me. It happens with everybody. They learn it in kindergarten. They learn it in school.
Well, and you just have to, I mean, we've talked about this before, but you just, you know, she has to follow, like, our kids will follow the rules of wherever they are. So at home,
Right.
fair game. If you're in school,
Right.
what your teacher says, what you do. And
Right.
that's what it is.
Right.
But anyways.
Ride one school bus for 5 minutes and you've heard 10 times worse.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
That said, I really hope that Marley at some point says yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, because
that would be fucking awesome. That would be fucking
like
awesome.
a little 5-year-old or something.
Yeah.
It's so funny how much it evolves, because when my kids were little, the big word that I always said to them, no, we do not use this word because of how cruel and how mean it is. I always said to them, we do not use the word stupid. You do not call anybody stupid. That was my big thing, was do not call a person stupid, because that is very mean, insulted, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, everybody around me, every other adult in their life, they're all going around saying, oh my God, what a stupid idea. That's so stupid. Oh my God, I have to do this stupid thing. It's like, thank you, everybody. Okay, yeah. So by the time they were like 3 and 5, I was like, okay, you know, I told you not to use the word stupid. Well, that was stupid of me, so. Say whatever the fuck you like.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Right. Is there anything else to add to Die Hard?
I mean, I have my rating question, but I will wait for that unless there's something else.
I mean, there are tons of trivia, but I feel like we can't just go through all of it, because there's so much. Obviously, it spawned 5 or 4 sequels. So there are 5 Die Hard movies. The last one is the weakest for sure. But if you have not seen Die Hard, what the fuck are you fucking doing? Seriously. And also,
are you stupid?
Are you fucking go watch fucking Die Hard now. Or stirb langsam, or wherever you are on this fucking planet, and just fucking enjoy this movie, because
we're gonna need an explicit rating on this episode.
If you ever find yourself in Los Angeles, then you need a good photo op. Go to the Fox Plaza in Los Angeles. That's like a landmark of the LA skyline. That's the Nakatomi building. So
yeah. That's where the film. Also, they used, honestly, the movie is so fucking cool. I could just rave about it. The way it's shot, it's so well done still, and it's so like, this movie will just, it already aged graciously, but it will continue to age so well, because the use of CG, the use of practicals, miniatures, it's like a chef's kiss to filmmaking. Like, and also the editing, the soundtrack, the way it's just like built from start to finish, it just builds and builds and builds, and it's just such a wonderful fucking piece of art. Like, it's
also like, it starts so fast,
yeah,
you know, where it's like you're introduced to the characters and it's like, boom, you're in it. It's just like already starting.
Yeah. And also so many great characters. Like, you have the sleazy douchebag work colleague from his wife.
He plays it so well.
Who just snorts cocaine in the open. You have the cab driver, not the cab driver, the limousine driver.
Yeah.
You have the cop we already mentioned. Like, also so many great characters. The FBI dudes are so fun. And then they just explode in the helicopter, and the one guy's like, I guess we just need new FBI guys. It's so funny.
I kept waiting. The first time I saw it was probably the early 90s. I didn't see it when it first came out. But the first time I saw it, I just kept expecting him to say, the cop, I just kept waiting for him to call off a Steve Urkel. I was like, you want to look for him. Right. And then there's also Alexander Goodunov. I need to give him his flowers, because he was Russian, not German, and he defected to the U.S. in 1979. He was in Witness with Harrison Ford. He played the romantic rival for Kelly McGinnis. He was the Amish man and then he was also in The Money Pit with Tom Hanks and Shelley Long. He was Shelley Long's ex in that one. So he has made a career for himself playing douchebags, and all the power to him. I forget how long ago he passed away, but talk about a loss. Yeah. He was good. He was just good in everything he did.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. He died in 1995 already.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's longer ago than I thought. Here I was thinking it was probably like in the aughts or something. It was in the 90s.
Yeah. Ratings.
Okay, so Frank, how many? It's a mouthful. How many bloody barefoot Bruce Willises would you give this movie out of 5 bloody barefoot Bruce Willises?
Bruce Willis's.
Willises.
Bruce Willis's. Okay. Wow, I can't even say Bruce Willis squared. All right. I will say that out of 5 bloody, barefooted Bruce Willis's, Die Hard is getting from me. At the risk of sounding like this is going to be simplifying it too much or hopping on any kind of a bandwagon, nothing less than 5 is what Die Hard deserves. 5 bloody, barefoot Bruce Willis's.
Agreed.
Yeah. Same.
Yep.
No, I'm only speaking of the original. I'm not speaking of the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, I love them all. I love the third one with Sam Jackson, and also the kind of continuation of that story in a way, because of Hans Gruber's brother. I also liked the fourth one simply because Timothy Olyphant. Come on.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, the fifth one is only fun because it's John McClane again. I really wish they would have given him a better send-off. But I mean, you could just stop at the fourth one, which would be a great send-off still. But yeah. Letterboxd reviews. I have a fun one.
Okay.
John McClane be walking around the Nakatomi Plaza barefoot is like a fucking Quentin Tarantino fantasy.
Truth.
Also, the thing that he writes on the shirt of the dead guy, now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. John McClane is a Christmas miracle.
I like this one. My mom always says it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the Nakatomi Plaza.
Yep. That's true.
So every time Hans Gruber falls off the Nakatomi Plaza, an angel gets its wings. That's the rule in my house.
Right. Possibly the longest shoe commercial in history. And this is why you should wear shoes, kids.
What was the thing you told me? Was it a Letterboxd review or was it something you saw? Because that was also really funny.
Yeah, I saw it somewhere, but I can't find it. Die Hard is Home Alone for adults. I mean, yeah, that's an old one, but it's...
No, but the thing about the shoes, not the thing about the comparison to Home Alone. There was something about shoes.
About
the fact that he wasn't wearing shoes, and then there was... I don't remember. It's not important. It was really funny when you told me.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Please, Frank, where can people find you? Where can people find your podcast? And also, we just recently did a Christmas movie, which is on Frank's podcast, about the Holdovers.
Yep.
Holdovers, yeah, that is my most recent episode with the two of you on it. And as I said on the episode probably 20 million times, thank you again for doing that, because you definitely brought it to the next level. Up, I mean. I just want to make sure that that's clear. But thank you. Yes. No. So my podcast is called Reels of Cinema. You can find it on Spotify, Apple, Good Pods, pretty much every major podcasting platform. On Facebook, I have a film group that's public. It's also called Reels of Cinema. Twitter at FilmBuff1974. Instagram and Threads, both at Frank Mendoza1974. And I also have a free monthly email movie newsletter if anybody wants to be on the receiving end of that. Everybody is BCC'd, so everyone's emails are confidential. It's just a bunch of movie news for the month, and hopefully people have as much fun reading it as I do putting it together. Just simply email reelsofcinemapod@gmail.com. Just throw in the word subscribe in the subject heading, and that's all you need to do, and you're in.
Oh, I will do that. I did not know that. Good to know. You can put me on the list. I'll send you an email either way. Yeah, thank you for... Yeah, please.
I also want to mention my spinoff podcast, Movies Across the Pod, with my good friend Dave, who lives out in Liverpool, England. It's a show that he and I do together as well. So we just did the Star Wars holiday special.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
Oh, it's so horrible and so wonderful at the same time.
I watched that thing.
We had a good time.
Oh, man. Oh.
In the theaters?
No. No. I saw it for the first time 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, I had told him it's like a must see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think
no.
I saw it for the first time in like 2010, I want to say.
It's
like
just
I remember exactly where I was when I watched that gem.
Oh.
And with just lots of Wookiee masturbation and
yeah.
unfortunate scenes.
We should cut. We can still talk. Let's cut it short
but
here.
let's cut it here. But speaking of Christmas, if you haven't seen Star Wars Holiday Special, just go ahead and check that out.
I mean, you can find it, even though George Lucas tried to bury it. You can find it. That's it, everybody. Thanks again, Frank, for joining us, for doing this with us. We had a blast. If you like what you hear, please consider subscribing everywhere you listen or you watch the podcast. Like, comment, and if you want to support us otherwise, head over to our Patreon. Everything's in the description. Also, Frank's podcast is in the description. That's it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And also Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And anyone listening to this, keep listening to this show because these two are the real deal. So.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.